Hello, kids. So, today's topic is Greenland, the land of ice and snow. So, in this lesson, we are going to learn about the location and climate of Greenland and its vegetation and wildlife and its people and its agriculture and industry. So, children, Greenland is a country whose north part is close to the North Pole. Okay, so do you think plants or animals can live here? Or is it a land of only ice and snow? So think of the Greenland is a country whose the north part of the Greenland is close to North Pole. You all know which is a North Pole. So there are two poles. One is North Pole and another one is South Pole. So the north part is close to the North Pole. So do you think plants or animal will live here? Or is it a land of only ice and snow? So let us learn about that. Okay. So Greenland is the largest island in the world. So it is not a continent. So what do you mean by highland? So highland means a land which is surrounded by water. So this is a island which is surrounded by water. So Greenland is the largest island in the world. So it is not a continent. So it is a island. Its capital is Nuuk. So earlier it was known as Korthab. So its capital is Nuuk. The first European who visited the Greenland was an explorer called Eric the Red. So who explored this Greenland? It is Eric the Red. So he gave highland its name. So let us see the climatic condition of the Greenland. The Arctic Circle passes through the southern part of Greenland. So, the Arctic Circle will pass to this southern part of this Greenland. So, it is a Arctic Circle. The most of the Greenland therefore lies in the frigid zone in the northern hemisphere. So, the most of the places you can see it lies to the northern hemisphere. So most of this this Greenland lies to the northern hemisphere. So it lies near to the Arctic Ocean. So you have already read that this region has a very cold climate. So the Arctic Circle passes through the southern part of the Greenland. So this is the southern part of Greenland here. So Arctic Circle will passes. The most part of the this Greenland lies in the frigid zone, in the north hemisphere. So most part of this Greenland lies in the northern hemisphere. So you all know that near the frigid zone it is very cold. So near the frigid zone it is very cold in the northern hemisphere. So most part of this Greenland lies in this frigid zone. So only few parts lies to this south part of Arctic Circle. So this region is also known as tundra region. So the frigid zone, the most part of the Greenland is lies to the frigid zone in the north hemisphere. So you have already learned. So most part of this Greenland lies in the frigid zone. So in frigid zone it is very cold climatic region. So this region is also known as a tundra region. So 80% in 100, 80% of Greenland is always covered with ice because it lies near to the frigid zone. So 80% of Greenland is covered with ice. So huge pieces of ice frequently breaks off and float in the sea. So huge ice pieces, so huge pieces of ice always will break off and float in the sea in the Greenland. So they are called icebergs. So the ice breaks frequently in Greenland. So it is called the icebergs. So and it will float on the sea. So they pose great danger to ships in the sea. So when the ice fall and it will get into the sea, so it is very dangerous to the ships in the sea. So the north part is very cold, but the south and west, so southwest coast of Greenland is warmest part of the country. So most of the people live here. So north it is very cold because it is near to the frigid zone, but when comes to southwest side of this Greenland, it is warmest place and most people live in these places. So now let us see the vegetation side, wildlife. So which are the animals will live there? Nothing grows in the ice covered areas of Greenland. So nothing will grow in the ice covered area of this Greenland. So there are no forests and no crops can be grown here. So the where the ices will fall, there is no forest and there is no crops grown in this places. So some plants can be seen during the summer months. Only few plants we can see during the summer. So only those animals that can withstand the extreme cold are found in Greenland. So some animals which are adjusted to that climate, which are adjusted to the cold, we can see only that type of animals in the Greenland. Among them are we can see the reindeer, polar bear, musk ox, wolf, Arctic fox and seals. So these animals we can find in this Greenland. So these are the animals which are adjusted to the cold climate. So even several varieties of fishes and seabirds are also found here. So in the picture you can see it is a icebergs. So actually much longer than they see. So upper side you can see only few icebergs. But inside of the sea, so it is a sea. So only upside you can see only a few icebergs, but it is larger than they see. So this is because of when an iceberg floats on water, most of it remain under water. So when icebergs float on water, most part of the icebergs will remain under the water. So the people, the Inuit, or we call it as Eskimos, as they were also called. And so they are also called as Inuit. So Inuit is also called as the Eskimos, were the original inhabitants of Greenland. The people who are living there, it is called as the Eskimos. So they are mainly hunters and live by fishing and hunting animals found in the region. So in the Greenland we can see Eskimos. So Eskimos means they hunt animals. They hunt animals and they live by catching the fish. So this type of people we can found in this Greenland. The skin and fur of the animals are used to make clothes. So why they use the skin and fur of animals? Because it will protect them from cold. So they use the skins of animals and fur of animals to cover their bodies. So the fat is used as fuel. The fat of animals are used as a fuel. So earlier they used bows and harpoons to hunt. So earlier they were using bows and harpoons to hunt the animals. So in early days they were using bows and harpoons to hunt animals. But now they use guns. So this is a bows and harpoons used by Inuits to hunt animal. So it is a picture of Inuit who is hunting animals using bows and harpoons. So in the past, the Inuits were nomadic. They used to roam here and there in search of food. How they search? By hunting the animals. So in past, they were hunting the animals and they were used to roam around the places in search of food. So they were nomadic. Nomadic means they used to roam around throughout the year to hunt. So they used sledges pulled by dogs for transport. So here you can see people using sledges which is pulled by dog for transport. So it is difficult for other vehicles to move on this ice. So they used to make this sledges which is pulled by dogs for the transport. And they use boats called kayaks for fishing in the sea. So you can see in the picture the Inuits sea hunter in a kayak, so which is armed with the harpoons. They use the sharp harpoons. It is a kind of spear. So it is they use these harpoons to hunt the fish, to catch the fish. So this is a kayak. So it is a sea hunter. He is a sea hunter. So he is in a kayak. It is a type of boat used for fishing in the sea. So the Inuit do not like to be called Eskimos, as the name means eaters of raw meat. So this Inuit, they don't like to call them as Eskimos because Eskimos means the eater of raw meat. So raw meat means without cooking they used to eat. So they do not like to be called it as them as a Eskimos. They like to be called it as Inuits only. Okay. So while roaming around, the Inuit used to live in a temporary house made of blocks of ice. So this Inuits, they used to roam around yearly in search of food. So in search of to hunt the animals. So when they roaming around, they used to live in a temporary house. So it is made of blocks of ice. So in the picture you can see. So it is igloos. We call these houses as a igloos. So however, to the Inuits, for these people, igloo means a house. So whether made of ice or wood or bricks. So in the summer, the Inuits moved into leather tent. So in a cold region, they used to build igloos. For them, igloos means it is a house. For us, house means it should be built with bricks. We should be built with cement. It should be a big house. But for this Inuits, house means it is a igloo. So our igloos means for them it is a house. So during summer, they live in the leather tent. So now most Inuits now lead a settled life. So they live in small villages or towns on the sea coast. So they go on hunting trips which may last for several days. So they have fast motorized sledges for transportation. Before they used to use the dogs to pull their slides. So now they have motor sledges. So now they have improved in their transport. They use the motor sledges. So they used to motor boats for fishing also. Now they use the motor boats also. But early in past days they used to use the kayaks which were used to hunt the fishes. Now they use the motor boats for fishing. So the people wear clothes made of animal skin and fur. Men and women and children wear jackets with hoods lined with fur called parkas. The picture you can see the Inuit family in fur lined parkas. So now they use this clothes. So it is called as parkas. So long boot made of seal skin keeps their feet warm in the snow. So the long boots which they used to wear, which is made up of seal's skin. So it keeps them warm in the snow. So today Greenland has a mixed population, mostly of Inuits and Europeans. So the Greenland now you can see in the Greenland the Inuits and the Europeans. The total population is only about 56,000, less than a population of even a small town in city in India. So you can see here only 56,000 population because the climate is very cold. So this population we can see a small town in India. So in India we can see this type of population in only in small towns, but whole Greenland is covered with the population of only 56,000. So the almost the entire population lives on the southwest coast, because you have learned that the south part it is warm, but in north part it is very cold. So most population will live in the southwest coast. So there are towns with modern facilities such as electricity, permanent houses, schools and hospital. Even in southwest part you can see modern facilities like electricity they have permanent house, they have schools and hospitals. So the capital Nuuk is the biggest town with a population of about 15,500. So it is a capital of Greenland. So this capital Nuuk, so it is a Nuuk, it is known as Gotham. So Nuuk, here this is a capital. So here we can see the population of about 15,500. So this Sissimut, so this is a Sissimut. So it is a second populated place in the Greenland. So it is a population of about 5,500 people. So Sissimut is the second biggest population of this Greenland. So this is a city of Nuuk. So it is a city of Nuuk. You can see from the here. So this is a city of Nuuk. So small city it is. Now let us learn about the agriculture and industry of this Greenland. What are the agriculture they grow, and what are the industries they use to lead their life. The fish processing is a major industry in Greenland. So sheep are raised in small numbers in the southwestern coast. So fishing is a most major industry we can see in the Greenland. So sheep are reared in small numbers in southwest coast. So a very small part of land in the southwest is suitable for agriculture. So in north is not suitable for agriculture, but south it is suitable for agriculture. Only small part it is suitable for agriculture. And some vegetables such as potatoes are grown. So some vegetables are grown in this Greenland because the climate is very cold. So only in north we can not see in this agriculture and industries, but in south we can see the agriculture and industry. Agriculture they use fishing, so fish processing, and in vegetables they grow like potatoes. So this is all about the green. So even it is called as the land of ice and snow. So I hope all have understood. So please read the chapter once so you will understand. So thank you. Have a great day.